abusia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abusia ene wadi nkomo yes wadi nkomo papa no che ne nsemu a fast track court to eye nsawamu no de abusia ebe ye adwuma ni na ne se oman penimfo bi a na omodeda eye som eye ministries ano oman penimfo bi a abusia contract akese akoka omo ensa ene musika che so omo age a adwuma no omo anye no abusia wa set eye fast track court a odesa akofo yi na bekọ akogum e ye president abusia we die ma mekasa wan pese ye kono yetie enkomo ne mu yie yes yentie ensem a ababo titisi na se wi abusia ya bomode na ya kire ya gye ha eda so aye be media gye chop se be se wase enane de kono twa channel so a eni dio no buo kwan so abusia be se wase be subscribe like na wabo aso ahye adwuma die ma for person be tie no anya bi etie yentie enkomo ababo tem na sese a ye da se
Mampenyi Mahama emiti the clergy. Enkomo be no di Mampenyi Mahama di nkomo bi say His Excellency say aban penfo boye de dwuma hye omonsa omonye omosane contracts omoje eye oman sika so omode di dwuma abooma no ebewi a kire no omonye sika no so a ema eno chem say oba abem obeti special courts na omo a eye former appointees former government officials omo eji enyuma ekodi da ministries ahodo a yesi sika twitwiri die ma omo antumi anye emu contract akese no said the fast track omo ahyem no na ya make sure say emrane no omadi na abusu amampanyi edi sa nkomo yi na ne nyina say Chief Justice His Lordship Bafo Boni enso ne ya adwen said o mampanyi kan no obehwe na wayere special court no mate to prosecute former government officials and as a former appointees to the previous government. Now fast forward no mebo video we actually na bedi nkomo ne nyina say breaking news ne say special court no yanyate. Now fast forward no mamemo abro mampanyi Mahama His Excellency di nkomo we e de kire the clergy abro miti Ghana asofo mpanyifo e de to manim say sig eno baba ye omo a omo ayre omadi abansika yenti o mampanyi Mahama bra.
Every year we share Public Accounts Committee Auditor General's report. Every year we have free nipa. Sikai edition was 1 5 papa and 5 contract year 1 5 papa and you say about Sikai the man went to me and so Sikai and it's in the billions of cities. Billions. Now Public Accounts Committee we all went to one. Now, there was a report, a call ministry. Now, ministry no taking action on recommendation of Public Accounts Committee item. And so, maybe share. So, I should share them with you. If it's a ministry now, sir, assembly CEO, you are basic. On one, now the recommendation of the performance say, on Shannon, you will be. It's a repeat, a good run on Yakata Sona, Asemnasa. It's yes, a percent, you be special courts, Chief Justice be a special court for Auditor General's report. It's an Auditor General's report on HSA when the Abasika. There was special court, no more assembling term. Now, was here yet the mount. Yanasa, a better swap because any people are basic now we are COVID audit. Sika in my say, if so COVID. A fact of it 60%.
Now fast forward, Domble Bovo any Martin Pembo share with the key point mediation Komoya Omedidi is related to previous Auditor General report and in Samabin because anytime the Auditor General report as a Ebeko Public Account Committee now your friend paying for we are now Modasa institution, Bureau institution, Chrono Katashane Proye Akosui, not your bush almost says Afine a year a few way Busumi way, Yadi maybe share one Sika 3 days say, na away anu ye sen, and a year novelemo cassette. Social court and a question with the help of what the His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and what the leadership of the Chief Justice no Omare established the special court to make sure to fast track the prosecution of former appointees and the former principal government who was in government. Omoji contract deals na kesia to anya mo man. You go to abra lawyer Matic Bubu confirming to a year WVC no correct. A year Omanpenny Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, together with the Chief Justice, His Lordship Bafubwani, or more I established a special court with immediate effect or more ebedi hujuma. Ebusha, Yanko Tisa Komos with the key points so in fact TV3 stage.
Before the election, we were told, and even after the election, the president has met the Chief Justice, Attorney General, Auditor General, etc., and they've come out with an information that there's going to be a special court. We remember before election, there was a promise of tribunals where this thing will be done. We are aware, we have been in this country when NPP came into power under President Kufuor, and they set up fast-track courts, and people were sentenced, etc. So, before the day began, come into place. If we don't resource the judiciary so that they can work beyond the normal time they are working today. In fact, why shouldn't we apply 24-hour economy to the judiciary? Why should we always go to court during the working hour? The judiciary can have time to listen to our cases after 6 p.m. This will all fast-track the hearing of the cases. And if we can put in additional courts like the special courts and get the people recruited to do that, I am sure the Chief Justice meant well when he told us he was going to do it. But many times, the resources to do it is a problem. So if we can do all these things, then it will move faster.
So the information is that these courts have been set up. These the special courts.
Are they operational? How many cases are
from Lamati people says they are some
how
of
many
them.
cases? How many cases have gone there so far?
No, how many cases have gone there so far? You aware?
Okay, no, that one I'm not aware.
Thank you. So that's not what we are looking for. Not empty shells. We want a system which is working.
No, it's okay. No, Mr. Nolo, end your point, please.
So the point I'm making is that it's because of those promises that gave us the hope that within a year or a shorter period, people will have been sentenced or maybe convictions will have been obtained by then. And let me also be quick to say that I, for one, I was not only waiting only for the judicial system, because I know that the Auditor General has a major role to play. If these reports, especially the oral, majority or almost all, were given to the Auditor General, all the expenses that were deemed to be contrary to law could be disallowed. That is faster. And Clause 9 of Article 187 says it is the offended person, the person who feels offended by the disallowance, who should go to court. And if he doesn't go, then Section 17 of the Audit Service Act provides that after 60 days, the debt has matured. So all that the Attorney General will have done is to file a civil claim at the court to recover the money. I think we will have made some progress by now. And none of this will stop the prosecution. So if we are expressing frustration, this is the angle from which some of us are coming. We are not saying that we should go and push a judge to give judgment tomorrow morning. What we are saying is that the legal framework will continue to favor the criminals. Thank you.
Well, I see. And you point at the lawyers as well. Now you say they've mastered the art of prolonging cases to delay to a point where there's a change in administration. Then there's no prosecution. Two of them are here.
Exactly. Yes, they are aware. And they
It's true.
including you.
Yeah.
You know, some cases they are a bit more political than criminal. And so it is difficult for you to give judgment when a particular regime is in office. Right. They may not accept it. But that is the fact or the view or opinion I hold. So you see correct. That they keep deferring or adjourning the case till immediately there's a change in government. Then you hear that big English, noli prosequa, and that is all. Is it English? I think it is Latin word.
Yeah.
Yes, you hear that noli prosequa, and our money is gone.
Yes.
I see. But you agree.
I'm very glad that he points that one.
So
the filing of the noli prosequa on the preceding cases. So, he has been very fair, and I want to commend him. The filing of the noli prosequa was the beginning of probably the misunderstanding some of us had in the prosecutions that we thought was politically tainted. And one of the things that I want to disabuse his mind of is the perception that we delay cases in order to make more money
Says
as
you
lawyers.
know the loopholes in the system, so you exploit it.
I don't agree to that because sometimes you make more money when you are very meticulous and you do it quicker. It depends on each case, actually. So it's not the case that lawyers frustrate the court system. Yes, it's a perception.
Oh, but it is this. It's there. It depends on the, look, some of the cases, you know that, look, this case is bad. So you would delay. Look, please, let's not deny.
Get more money.
Oh, well,
Not get more
but
money.
the thing is that you know that this case, if you don't delay, look, you are in for the slaughter. Let's not deny this.
Wait.
Sometimes.
He made a statement that
No,
to make
let it-
more money. And I'm saying that
Oh
it
yes,
is not
but
necessarily
in that
the
case, you get the person out, so it's more money. Look, listen, I can't deny.
you
In
delay
every
and
profession, there are reasons.
He says you delay and make more money. And I'm
Yes.
saying that I don't think that is
Okay,
true.
that's your view.
Yeah, I'm going to say it as
You
this.
can make your money all right.
Thank you.
Without
That's
necessarily
your view. You say
It has this. It's there. It's there. Try.
people delay the cases for different reasons, not to make money.
No, you can't rule it out. That's why it's not even logical. Look, we are human beings. How can we are just one lawyer?
So-
You won't know what every lawyer
So
does.
delaying, how much money do you get out of delaying?
Because you keep the person out of jail, so you make more money.
Okay.
Delaying doesn't get
You are joking. Look, sir, let's not over talk.
Right,
Look,
gentlemen,
it's
all
there.
right,
It's
see-
there. Don't try it. Don't try it.
see-
It's
see-
a stock in trade. It's a
Look,
trade secret.
I see.
It's somebody's trade secret. You are joking with,
Because
please.
the two of you served on the oral preparatory team, do you share in that same sentiment about the pace of oral and the fact that 1 year on, some hold the view that, look, to the extent that you gave the indication in their view that there should have been prosecution by now?
Okay, so I should go first. Look, listen, straight answer. I don't, feel that oral is too slow. Straight. Be very honest with you. Maybe because I'm a lawyer. That's the problem. I don't feel the cases in court, I don't think those cases, oral is slow. But where I agree, and I'm coming to the law reforms, I agree with Mr. Demlevo on the law reforms, 130%, right? Yeah, because, but let me advance the point where I have a concern. You see, where I have the concern is that I think the hands are few. We need more hands on deck so that we will roll out more cases. Because the reason I think we need more hands is that, so I look at the state attorneys, the ones helping the attorney general. It's the same old faces I'm seeing. In actual fact, a few have dropped out. We need more lawyers on board. That's why I say the very seasoned lawyers, the older ones, I think there should be a special program where they will be co-opted to go and help attorney general to move more cases forward. That's one, I agree. But not that the ones that are currently in court is the age's fault or no. There are too many technicalities, and those are some of the ones Mr. Demlevo has pointed out, right? Because the burden is on the state, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot. But maybe if we had the reverse burden, it would help. It would make it easier. And we used to have that law, Kwame Nkrumah's time. That was the law we're using on corruption. So you hear Republic versus Nkumsa, and others. There are many cases where we use, that was a reverse burden we were using. So if we find you with this bottle and we think it's corruption, then we'll ask you to justify. So if you can't justify, straight. So you would have to show where you
guilty
got.
until proven innocent.
Exactly. And that's the law we're using. Scandinavia, Norway, also, some countries, they are still using it. We jettisoned it and say, oh, no, we want to do that. The government should prove you are innocent until proven guilty, which is more difficult. Right? And there was a second point he raised, the internal audit agency people. Yes, it's true. I'm doing some work and I spoke with people in that sector, and they said that the current structure where the internal auditor is embedded in the institutions, so that these internal auditors' appointments, the promotions, right, is dependent on the head of the institution. Things like development, maybe he needs to career progression, he wants to travel out for further studies, etc. The head of the institution has to approve, etc. So it compromises them. So let's take them out. So there was a bill, the MPP had a bill, but because of changing government, maybe I don't know if Mr. Fusukwache has what do you call it, some visibility on it. But there was a bill. I remember Dr. Drew signed the former head of the agency, was pushing. They were trying to get a bill passed, but now we don't know where it is. So perhaps government should look at it and pass that new bill to make the internal auditors more independent. Take them out of the institution. Take them out of the institution. Let them be independent. Okay, because this current structure, who born dog? The man wants promotion, and at the same time, he wants to flag things that a chief executive is doing wrongly. No, the two don't work together. He's thinking of his wife and family first. So he would rather help the chief executive to steal than to stand straight, stand tall, and then he doesn't get promoted, or he will even be transferred to some very deserted parts of this country, Siberia. If you hear the word Siberia, they take you to a place where nobody, forgotten lands.
So you agree with anybody who say oral is dead?
I disagree, strongly disagree.
Why is that?
Oh, there are at least 7 cases in court. So let's go over.
Promised and that delivered.
No, it hasn't under-delivered. No. You see, but I've said that to speed up. We still have 3 years. To speed up, yes. We will say under-delivered and at the end. So it looks like we want to run ahead of ourselves. But I can see that at the current rate, to avoid under-delivery, let's ramp up the numbers. More prosecutors, more investigators. So strongly, as for that one, I can see, and this is not the first time I'm saying it, that the Attorney General will need more hands. That one, he can't deny it. Because you see, the Attorney General is one person. He has a good deputy, Sremsai, but those are 2 individuals. We will go to court all the time, right? So the experience of these are 2. No matter the number of assistants you have, etc., still, the oral cases are many. They are above 2,000, but we also realize that not all of them are prosecutable immediately. We need more investigators. Yes, we need more investigators. Not all those cases can be. Sorry?
Because the report from the presidency says 36 cases.
You're talking about 30,
no, he means a report, what we submitted to the president. The cases were about 2,500, but not all had enough meat. A lot of them didn't have.
The ones that have meat, of course.
The ones that had meat, I think about 200.
In the report you submitted, let me read it to you. I have it here.
When
I get my turn. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So what is very clear is that we will need more numbers to avoid under delivery. But as to whether ORA is under delivery, for now, we can't say so, no, to be very honest. Oh, I'll be the first to say it, because, I mean, why? Why would I be shy to say? Because if we don't say the truth, we will not make progress. Right now, it's too early to say ORA will under deliver. And let's be very, very clear. Please, that statement that has been attributed, that ORA said would recover 21 billion, please, that's not what Okujeto said. He said, if. You see, it's a conditional. He said, if we can prosecute and deal with everything, if. So it's a conditional clause. He didn't say we will definitely get those out. Look at this. He says, if. And it's clear that for those over 2,000 cases, you are now going to investigate. Remember that on the committee, we were not investigating. We're just receiving complaints. So receive the complaints, compile them, and most critically, see, sometimes people forget. I keep saying that the president's setting up of the oral thing is a master stroke, because you needed to keep the hope alive. You see, we are just booted at the MPP for all the shenanigans, the bad governance they were engaged in.
The oral came before booting them out.
Sorry?
The oral came before.
Yeah, it was a promise. So, yes, it was a promise that there would be oral. So the moment MPP were booted out and people kept clamoring, baying for the blood of the MPP people that, yes, this bad governance, get them in jail.
Be clear. The oral was set up before the elections, isn't it?
No, after the election, but before, you are close. Before the president was sworn in.
Yes.
But the committee was before swearing.
Yes, the committee was set on the 18th of December. Okay. 18th of December, just a few.
Mr. Nomelo, we wanted to make a quick intervention. He has to leave us.
Okay.
Mr. Nomelo, quick, I saw your hand up. Quick.
Yes, I want to say to Mr. Honorable Abiyakubi that if what I said about making money out of the delay is not correct, I agree. I'll take it back. But the truth is that at least it
No,
favors.
but
I supported you. It happens. I'm a practitioner, and I'm saying I've seen it.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
No.
But
I've supported
If
you.
that is what you do, that is yours. But my practice.
It is true that we know of cases that have delayed over maybe 5, 6 years, and when the change in government came, the cases were discontinued. That is what some of us can do.
Okay. Uzalo, sorry. No, let me hear you end your point quickly, please.
So the point I'm making is that not necessarily because lawyers make money, and if that is not true, I take it back. But the fact remains that we are aware of a lot of these corruption-related cases that have traveled more than 4 years, 5 years, and when there are changes in government, they are discontinued, and that is what we must prevent.
I see. You put, thank you so much. Thank you. And I kept referencing that before about the verdict.
Ebusuane na wo hwe dwumede na no subscribe, share na lafa comment show. God bless you.